The world's getting so crowded. It's looking like I'm gonna need private jet, fly my way round it. Just to fly my way round it. Blowing smoke's got me thinking, oh no, what's up with this planet? Got me thinking, what's happened to this place? I mean, look at the way things are going, can't stand it. Think it's time we change. These are some pressing times. Blessings, blessings and signs. And that's why I'm trying to find a place for some peace of mind. Cause these are some pressing times. Blessings, blessings and signs. And that's why I'm trying to find. Maybe it's just all in my mind. Feed us false information so I can reface the facts. Mass incarceration of the brothers from the flats. And all that time they take away from us, we're never getting back. Even when we're not inside the prison, trust me, we're still trapped. Brains been restrained, guess I'm running round strapped. Can't even cross the borders with the rucksack on my back. If I swim across the channel, I ain't never coming back. And wherever I end up, I'll adapt. Even though these the world's getting so crowded, it's harder to find our way. It's looking like I'm gonna need private jet, fly my way round it, so we can see brighter days. My weeds got me thinking, oh no, what's up with this planet? We don't treat life the same. I mean, look at the way things are going, can't stand it. Think it's time we change. The world turns, too much paper to earn. How many acres of trees sitting in banks we could burn? I'm in the forest with the ferns till my mind returns. Holding the meds with these herbs, cause that's the way that I learn. I'm from the tribes, stripped to paradise, I will survive. They're licking all the prophets down, I'm meant to keep them all alive. Know the skies, that time of awakening has arrived. Cause these are some pressing times. Blessings, blessings and signs. And that's why I'm trying to find a place with some peace of mind. Cause these are some pressing times. Blessings, blessings and signs. And that's why I'm trying to find. Maybe it's just all in my mind. The world's getting so crowded. Jet, fly my way around it. Oh man, just to fly you out. Thinking, oh no, what's up with this planet? What's up with it? Look at the way things are going, can't stand it.
What the fuck is up, y'all? Harkos here with HipHop Hour, the greatest radio show podcast on the whole motherfucking planet. How the hell y'all doing here today? It is Thursday. What up, hoes? For those of y'all repeat offenders, you already know what the hell it is. For those of y'all first time tuning in, you're probably like, what the fuck? Yo, look, every single day right here at HipHop Hour, we drop a brand new episode of HipHop Hour, and it all has a different theme and a different name of the day. Now today is Thought Thursday, and it's because we have a lot of thought-provoking tracks that we play right here on Thought Thursday. However, I decided to have a little fun with it and title it T.H.O.T, which for those of y'all who don't know, it's slang. It means that hoe over there, right? So now you got the backstory for those of y'all who didn't know. But for those of y'all who are repeat offenders, you already know what time it is. HipHop Hour, Thought Thursday right here. I got a bunch of great music for y'all. As always, for those of y'all first time tuning in, welcome again. You are tuned in to the greatest hip-hop radio show on the whole fucking planet, all right? I say it's a radio show, podcast, everything like that, whatever you want to call it. But right here, you will find 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, the world's greatest hip-hop artists from all across the planet. You can hear by my accent that I'm from America, but we play artists from all over. I got UK, Ireland, America, everywhere in between, all right? Bunch of great artists coming together right here for the love of hip-hop and putting out some great hip-hop music every single day. We have Music Video Monday, which, yeah, it is what it says. It's a bunch of great music videos, back to back to back, all episode. And you can listen to Music Video Monday on all the streaming platforms, on all the audio platforms, everything like that. But in order to fully get the full experience of the episode of HipHop Hour's Music Video Monday, you gotta go check out the actual video feed, which is over at HipHop Hour's YouTube channel. If you want to find information on how to get to the YouTube channel or all of the streaming platforms, or basically anything that has to do with HipHop Hour, you can find any and everything that you want to find out about HipHop Hour over at hiphophour.net. You got links to the video feed, right, which will take you directly over to HipHop Hour's YouTube channel. Like, share, follow, subscribe, of course. But over there, you can watch all the video episodes, including Music Video Monday. Every single episode of HipHop Hour has a video element to it. But I know, I see the metrics. 95% of y'all listen on all the different audio platforms, which is great. It's amazing. It's wonderful. However you tune into HipHop Hour is great. All right. But make sure you do the number one thing. Well, it's the number two thing. So listening to HipHop Hour, sharing HipHop Hour, that's awesome. But the most important thing that you can do is to support the fuck out of these great artists. Now, listening to HipHop Hour, supporting HipHop Hour, and sharing HipHop Hour, you are doing that. However, every single one of y'all has got to go just a little bit extra. When you find these great artists that you hear, you're like, oh, I like that track. Oh, I like this artist, blah, 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 stuff like that. You got to go like, share, follow, subscribe to them on their individual socials and streaming platforms and websites and support the fuck out of them, because without these great artists, this show would not exist at all. And over at HipHop Hour's YouTube page, we have music video playlists that has all the different music videos that all these great artists have ever produced. You can go over there and you can watch and listen to the ones that you enjoy, and then of course go and follow them over on their individual YouTube channel as well to support the fuck out of them. But you can also go check out all the other episodes of HipHop Hour on YouTube and on all the streaming platforms, and all the information is at hiphophour.net. So the other days of the week that we got, before I forget, I was losing my track, I thought, we have Titillating Tuesday, right? Titillating Tuesday is a bunch of upbeat tracks, a bunch of good vibes. Then you have What the Fuck Wednesday, which will get you to say at least one time you'll be saying what the fuck. Because I play a lot of tracks out of left field, or switch up the vibe a lot, or all kinds of crazy shit can happen on What the Fuck Wednesday, because that's the name of the Wednesday, right? Exactly. Then you have Thought Thursday, which I already told you, a bunch of thought-provoking tracks you're going to hear right here today. And then we have Free For All Friday, which is just a complete free-for-all. You never know what you're going to get on Friday, so make sure you tune in to every single episode of every single day. And like I said, everything you want to find out is available at hiphophour.net. And you can even go over to the featured artist page on hiphophour.net after you've already subscribed and following HipHop Hour on all your favorite streaming platforms. You can go to the featured artist page on hiphophour.net and like, share, follow, subscribe to all these great artists on all their streaming platforms and everything like that. I got a bio and links to all their platforms, their website, everything like that, right there at hiphophour.net's featured artist page. Go over there, support the fuck out of these great artists, and whenever you do go and follow them on their socials and streaming platforms, and you drop in a comment telling them how much you love them, let them know that you heard them right here on HipHop Hour, all right? That way they know to continue to keep on rocking with us here at HipHop Hour, sending us all the great music. And because the more that you guys go over and tell these artists that you heard them here on HipHop Hour, it actually gets a lot of these artists to send me exclusives before they even release them anywhere else. All right, I got a good handful of artists that love HipHop Hour so much and love the support that every single one of y'all give them, that they actually send me music that's unreleased all the time. They're like, hey man, I got this dropping next month, or I got this dropping in a few weeks or whatever. You can go ahead and play it though, because you're awesome. I love what y'all do over there. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's awesome. Make sure y'all keep supporting every one of these great artists over there at the HipHop Hour featured artist page. And last but not least, while you're over there, go over to the HipHop Hour's discount page and get yourself a great deal on products and services that you're already looking for. All right, bottom line, every single one of y'all buy stuff online. All right, you buy products, you buy services, you buy software. Fucking every one of y'all go and shop over at Amazon. You're looking for something to buy online at some point in your life. All right, I ain't trying to sell you shit. I'm just letting you know that before you go buy anything online, head on over to HipHop Hour's discount page over at hiphophour.net and go check out the great companies that we got over there. And when you click on their link and go over there and shop and buy whatever it is that you want to buy from them, you will not only get a great deal on great products and services that you're already looking for from those companies, Like I said, Amazon's included as well too, but there's over 50 different companies over there. But you will not only get a great deal, but you will support Hip Hop Hour at the exact same time, and it won't cost you a single bit more to do so, all right? Most of the time, you will get an extra discount just from using our custom link. So make sure you go over there, click on the picture right there, and it'll take you directly to that company's website, and go and buy whatever you want to buy. We got companies over there, business supply companies, that have all kinds of business services and everything like that. Electronics companies, software companies, household items, personal items, everything. And everything in between as well too. We got Amazon to cover it all. So make sure y'all go over there, support the fuck out of Hip Hop Hour. That way we can keep growing and supporting these fucking great artists, all right? Because this show right here, that's all it was created for, was to showcase and support and promote all these great artists that are out here that don't often get the platforms that they need. And that's what we do right here at Hip Hop Hour. Now, we have artists from all over the country, all over the world, like I said, right? All different countries. And then we also have artists of all different fan base levels. We have some people with tens of thousands of fans, and we have some people with hundreds of fans. But we put them all together right here because each and every one of them put out great music. And I wanted to create one place where I could put all of them together and help everybody rise together. All right? So make sure y'all go over there, like, share, follow, subscribe to your favorites on their individual pages at the featured artist page. And then, as always, like, share, follow, subscribe, and keep tuning in right here to Hip Hop Hour. But like I said, man, I got a great show for y'all here today. It is Thursday. Bringing us in here today, that was Coops with a great track right there called Crowded. If you want to find out what track is playing when and the track name and everything like that, you will find it right down in the description of wherever you're listening right here, right now. You'll have a full playlist, everything like that. Make sure y'all go check it out. Anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up. I already gave you all a great intro, and I don't want to talk too much. I just want to play a lot of great music because it's Thursday, and I got a great lineup for y'all here. So I'm going to shut the fuck up, get back to some music, crank it the fuck up, y'all. It's Thursday. Let's go.
It's the wizard back, the man eating shark and you're the stickleback. Watch you beating around the Bible, I'll be kicking facts. Big flows make the speakers burst like a riverbank. Coming so hard, I could make you in a skank. I didn't plan for these sycophants slashing on my punchlines, the T.K.O. Before you're catching on, I'm the one they're napping on. I'm the dick they're gagging on, running screaming fuck the pigs like David Cameron. I could see Theresa May from a street away, dancing off Peter prayed we would never see the day our country's ran by a funny fat fuck Peter K. I mean Boris, hide your wallets, put the weed away. Auf Wiedersehen, adios to human rights. To watch the news is like movie night, full of stupid lies. Anyway, I went off track, that's what I do at times. Back to how I'm doper than coke, addicted to my life. I'm back. They better got my dog. Tell these fakes I'm back. They better got my dog. I come from the underground where the corpse lay. Rap is not Broadway, these are war games. Just wanna give them the finger like it was foreplay. I just came here to fuck them and hit the doorway. I came to test the skills, deadly ill. Yes, he will eat these pussies for lunch, get the bill. Si, gracias por tu sacrificio. Thank you for your sacrifice, bless the kill. Whatever's next, to resurrect the old school. Haynesy, get the decks and then connect some old grooves. I recollect, protect your neck, we better get respect. Or like the tape deck, you get eject. We don't lose, this rap game's full of the funniest dudes ever. These dicks all turn to pussies. Hip-hop was born to tackle monopolizers. I'm old school, 3.5 for 2 tenors. These fakes, I'm back. They better got my dog. Tell these fakes I'm back. They better got my dog. They better got my dog.
Listen, okay. One. Only master aware is my L1 big L. Don't play, come with a serious album. Drop man flames with a serious outcome. Don't trust government, straight up scoundrels. War on the people, war on the earth. Serve with the media elite, big pharma. It's disturbing. Sheep get herded. Freedom of speech, I speak at the sermon. Freedom of press, I press up the verses. Shit gets deep, they drag keep peeps like me beneath the surface. But since birth, I've been determined. Didn't come earth to sit and squirm. Some give you what you really need to lift the veil and see the vermin. It's on you how you prevail. So I will stand and fight with all my might to keep our human rights and sovereign beings upon the earth. Some but this virus like a serpent. See the snake, I've been observing all the plans and how they're working. Operation Lockstep, Agenda 21, Event 201. It's all planned and all coercion. The dangers, the elite, the child trafficking's disturbing. That's another topic for another time. It's true perversion, but now I will talk corona cause the situation's mad. Fake stats, fake positive results is trash. Numbers fixed all over the gaff. Stats are hopeless. Died from cancer, marked as COVID. Died from heart disease, marked COVID. Died from diabetes, marked COVID. Died in car crash, yeah, that's COVID. All those things got marked as COVID. When they're not the root cause, bro, so now you know that this all bogus. Car the tests are fucking jokers. Those positives all over the whole shit. Where their cash at? Question a motive. Money control, economy's folding. Global reset, cash is over. Digital currency, that's a bad omen. Tracking and tracing out in the open. Passing north so fast we don't notice. See our freedoms here dissolving. Ritualistic satanic motions. Why the hell's it so dystopian? Can I cope? Of course I can. I'm over it like death. Can't had the ego death. And I ain't dealing with no stress. Can't bless when I'm smoking cess. Yes, they ain't injecting in my flesh today. Fucking with my DNA. Genetic mutation stems from cells to the human race. Mate, you are God, except you didn't even notice it. Ayahuasca be the medicine that really showed me this. So I ain't got no time for acting like a chauvinist. Truth be my drug and it's addictive like opiates. Wow. New world order is the new normal. Don't consent to this, I move cautious. Know the law and dodge the enforcers. What now, what now? Got us on lockdown. No signs there, they come for the blocks now. Stopping supply chains, cutting the crops down. Wanna separate us and break our mental. But I stay strong, there's loads to unravel. A virtual world, restricting our travel. A mad like Max on a pack credentials. Man get killed with a chem they spray. Linked to the 5G death for waste. Heavy metals resonating in your state. With the facts that's jab right into your mate. Monkey DNA, mRNA. Aborted fetal cells, they don't play when they come with a vaccine agenda. Depopulation, sterilization, indoctrination of global nations. Doctors, patients, coppers and cases. Lots and lots of correlations. That's why I will bar with a vengeance. Parring all parliamentary members. It's big flips that unmasked avenger. People are starving, fed off breadcrumbs. Backwards, red rum, murder, spineless. Lockdown kill way more than virus. 200 times more suicides cars. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Google. All censoring off truth as usual. Use duck, go, it's more truthful. Not just hocus pocus. When I see the popo, they got no masks and no gloves. They're jokers. Packed in backs of fans, no distance in their frauds. Expose them. Yeah, I'm brave, I stay outspoken. Not a wave, I hold that motion. Even though I'm frozen with emotion. In a dream, I'm hoping. When I wake, that it's all over. Not a chance. 5G Mars satellites with the stars. Sat in the night, no light in the dark. Deep in knowledge, don't write any bars. Feeding my mind now, share from the heart. So I won't tell my son, don't touch no one. Have no toys and no fun. Stand 6 feet from that man. Wear that mask and these gloves and have that jab. Wash them hands till you bleed, you're mad. It'll crush their soul when you know that's facts. Wanna know facts and you're anti-vax. I'm anti-stupidity and pro-health. I'm pro-choice and I know toxins well. So I won't let that shit get dealt. Wanna know my race human. Wanna know birthplace earth. Wanna know politics freedom. Wanna know religion love. So I don't take this subject lightly. Study it nightly. Stuck inside me. So I gotta get this out right now, G. For the people who scared to walk by me. Stop and stand and smile politely. Wanna high five when I bust that candy. That's my tingling. Hope you're listening. Social distancing, social conditioning. If you don't know, ain't done much listening. Applied behavioural psychology won't man buggle me. See through the seed that's feeding the peeps. Healing myself, super greens when I eat. Fulvic minerals, my medication. Meditate and stay one with nature. Grinding myself from the radiation. World's gone crazy, that's my statement. Expose this hoax, it's time to awaken. Inspired by Bob Marley. Inspired by Che Guevara. Inspired by DNA. Stars, the universe and karma. I pulled this on the ground up. Like nature with the plants around me. Man, I speak the truth to wake you up cause it's alarming. Inspired by Bob Marley. Inspired by Dalai Lama. Inspired by DNA, stars, the universe and karma. I build us on the ground up, like nature with the plants around me. Man, I speak the truth to wake you up, cause it's alarming. It's time to wake up right now. Wake up, wake up. This ain't about a virus. It's about control. control. Understand terrain theory. Fuck germ theory. Research that shit. It's debunked. Mandatory mask is the first step before mandatory vaccination. Mandatory vaccination is the first step before mandatory chipping. This is the birth of AI. Transhumanism. The global elites want total control over your life. Control the cashless society. They want to depopulate the earth. They want to take away our freedoms. They want to break up family units. They want to hide the truth of the immune system. Understand nature has the answers. Believe in yourself. Yes. Turn the television off. Television. It's a tell-a-lie vision. Immune systems and pandemics. You're being fucked with right now. Time to wake up. Take your freedom back. Take your freedom back. Stand up for this shit.
Baby, 1, 2. Baby.
Things are changing, the dawn of a new day.
Yeah, look, they wanna take the rap game and colonize, make it all dollar signs. Even when you're gone, cut your meat with a doner knife. Feeding off the dead like a rotten fly, not on my watch. Looks why, cause I have got a mind all my own. The underground champion, the plate spinning juggler, the no time having. They tryna treat me like I'm nothing, I'm like fuck it, I'm above it. Got no time for them slow mind rappers. You find me up before the sunrise, sharpening the mind. Ready for the new day, part of a design. So follow behind or swallow your pride. We rap for the passion now, not for the shine. Nah. I follow my mind, I follow my heart. I got on the path and now they're watching it hard. We stay dropping this art, we know that you like. The flow is designed to creep in and ease open your mind.
Many man are up in the manor, chatting bollocks, acting like they cop the product, but they never open their wallet. It's not honest, I stay on it. High lag, unidentified flying objects. Spinning head from the coldest things I don't breath. Check my progress, my prospects a lot, yes. Yours has got about as much potential as a cot death. People think I'm mental like I said I saw the Loch Ness. My pen and pad are explosive, so I rock a bomb vest. Forever making bangers, the fans are screaming, yo, what's next? The upper hand with a scam, the grands are getting got, yes. I'm miscellaneous with the flavors, wrecking your cranium. I fucking hate police and there's nothing I can say to them. We're the real citizens and they continue failing them. If I had some bloody time, I'll make a fucking case with them. Draw the lyrical forfish, cock it back and aim it. Things are changing, the dawn of a new day. 4 hours, front of the crusade. You don't like it, fuck what you say. We're like the drugs you take, we play on mood states. Things are changing, the dawn of a new day. 4 hours, front of the crusade. You don't like it, fuck what you say. We're like the drugs you take, we play on mood states.
We're here to help the movement like muscle therapy. With more stone heads than the old cemetery. They say that it's dead, it's just the old memory. The money they were making was never what this meant to me. Next century, they look at this time. They say the music was controlled by the old pound sign. Too scared to speak their mind like a shook witness. What's inside my sacks on your girl's wish list? I speak my verse like my first debut. You passed it like a suit that your boy gave you. It ain't nothing new, they're expecting the wealth, sucking their own dick, so they're full of themselves. I'm rich with no wealth, words on my currency. You're just half of the truth, like the news of what's currently run urgently. It's an emergency, so sick we got a HF infirmary.
I fire these arrows on point, like my name was Robin Hood. You got beef, I'm hungry, it won't do you a lot of good. So much breeze these days, it feels like there's a door open. I won't touch you, but it feels like your jaw's broken. Pure hope and the focus will flop, man, they must be smoking some rock. You'd have to kill us for explosions to stop. Dawn of a new day, but never pop. I hope that forever rots. I'll be over where the clever sat and watched. Burn MCs like bags of Kush Kaya. See kids peek, but we take flight and push it higher. Roach their tracks like a shit flyer. Never deny a sick MC, they'll still be here after the fire. Cause it's skill or be skilled, lose faith or rise up again. Or fade away like who? The lost and forgotten men. Keep it raw, always speak from the core. While they're sleeping, we'll be coming out to eat at the dawn.
Things are changing, the dawn of a new day. 4 hours, front of the crusade. You don't like it, fuck what you say. We're like the drugs you take, we play on mood states. Things are changing, the dawn of a new day. 4 hours, front of the crusade. You don't like it, fuck what you say. We're like the drugs you take, we play on mood
Brace for impact. When punchlines connect, you're not getting bumped back and forth till you break your neck. Lay dormant, discover like an ancient wreck. Brainstorming, we're nothing till we paid respect. The day's dawning, when time in itself will stop, and man-made machines rise up to kill the flock. Stop bothering, open your eyes and start acknowledging economies crash like going too fast when cornering. Until the coroner come and collect us, we solemnly swear to drop joints for the collectors. Fuck the radio for always playing the same shit, and fuck the government trying to politically correct us. When they're dead and gone, ain't nobody gonna remember them. When we're dead and buried, the music will resurrect us. The early bird to get the worm, 4 hours and the vulture watch the tables turn.
Lately I've been, I said lately I've been, check. Lately I've been acting different, ducking people with my headphones on, a nigga trying to block out the noise. And lately I've been trying to sift through all the business with my windows down, a nigga trying to cultivate the voice. I said lately I've been, 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 lately I've been, lately I've been, I said lately I've been, Lately I've been acting bolder than I ever been. A rookie now when niggas spit it colder than December wind. Now that I'm popping, they pick catch up like remember when. Don't tell me children hit you talking hits, I got like 10 of them. Ain't looking at my phone, bitching me alone. Only time I ever kneel is if I'm polishing my throne, Niggas talking fables, yeah, we call that fiction. Associate my name with the greats, just my vision. I use the music as a crutch though. Paint a vivid picture, every word is like a brushstroke. Spark about the type to hit you different than your blood smoke. Collect my little dividends against some control. Nigga, no, rather be like Caesar. Bump me through your speakers. Niggas talking currency, but why we never see, Niggas rather follow on the start of a trend. So why we form my inner circle thinking lately I've been, Lately I've been acting different, ducking people with my headphones on, a nigga trying to block out the noise. And lately I've been trying to sift through all the business with my windows down, a nigga trying to cultivate the voice. I said lately I've been, 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 lately I've been, lately I've been, I said lately I've been, yeah. I'm a legend where I'm from, but I don't listen to it. Niggas talking down for all my name, but I've been living through it. Try to throw the shade, they getting mad. I always listen through it, best to do it. Really check the resume, I've been pursuing. Looking at my phone, trying to switch the tone. No, I got it, cause these niggas said they trying to be my clone, Waiting through the bullshit, yeah. I've been drifting, associating my name with the greats, just my vision. Call my album over, bro, forget the name like never. With this whole shit that I made the Middle East look like Coachella, Focusing on how to kick it, sick as salmonella. Brought the work on Labor Day, my birthday, fucking blessed September, Name me after King so I can never forget it. So I've been writing all this music just to send them a message. They name me after King so I can never forget it. So I've been writing all this music just to send them a message. Lately I've been acting different, ducking people with my headphones on, a nigga trying to block out the noise. And lately I've been trying to sift through all the business with my windows down, a nigga trying to cultivate the voice. I said lately I've been, 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 lately I've been, lately I've been, I said lately I've been,
strength in the limbs, add more stress, as tense as it is. Pick another day, pencil it in. Spirits rise up, feel the strength from within. Hope it manifests and you get what you prayed for. Had everything, shit, you deserved way more. Got picked up and led off by a stray thought. Now I got a theory, but you gotta hear me. But you said it's not that deep, oh really? Lack of acceleration is what the fear feeds. Sometimes gotta step back to move forward. Always had the hunger, now I'm too nauseous. So I dedicate my life to find remedies. Saw the light flickering like divine energy. Closed chapters, confined memories. Put it in the past, sometimes that's where it's meant to be. Feeling like I've been out of it this whole century. Made sense to me, now it's feeling like entropy. Energy building, using all types of medicine. Through your legacy you will forever live. We've all got a different way of measuring success and trying to sense what is up next. We've all got a different way of measuring success and trying to sense what is up next.
survival mode, trying to make it out alive. Apply the code, it's like I've told myself 1,000 times. Find your flow, even though you got hung out to dry. Smile on my boat, though I feel like I'm about to cry. Who, what, how and why? Big brother's watching, we're locked in, and there's nobody plotting fratricide. That's your lot, that's your life. I for one feel infantilized, and some still can't see it like magic eye. Live from a place where we're trying to find a way to get by. Nobody's gonna do it for you, so you strive or you fall by the wayside. That's as clear as daylight. Nothing's handed to you, wanna play it all takes time. Same rules apply to your business endeavor, or for many right now to simply keeping shit together. Underground movement so they all feel the tremor. Once again we started with the groove and something slick developed like. And so it goes and so it goes and so it goes on and on. Yeah, now slow your roll, the common goal, let's keep it flowing till we're done. And so it goes and so it goes and so it goes on and on. Keep on and on and on until it stops. R.I.P. to all the lost ones. I feel the sorrow in me throbbing, it's a constant. It starts with disbelief, like this doesn't feel like reality to me. Come on, it's gotta be some nonsense. This gives way to a feeling of dismay. I'm brimming with rage, but can't direct it, it's misplaced. Next comes the guilt phase. This was such a big waste of life, while I'm here just killing time. I'm such an ingrate. Next comes depression, morbid self-reflection on acceptance of the fact your friend has gone back to the essence. You could rock a t-shirt, wave banners and pennants in remembrance, but bringing them back out of the question. Now it's getting on with getting on. There's no quick fix for this bit, the process is long. It's a cliche, but cliches are rarely wrong. If I'm doing what I do with you in mind, then you're never gone. Yeah, and so it goes and so it goes and so it goes on and on. Yeah, now slow your roll, the common goal, let's keep it flowing till we're done. And so it goes and so it goes and so it goes on and on. Keep on and on and on until it stops.
Why'd I give up as much as I don't? Why'd I make fun of you being in your house all the time and get pissed off when I wanna come and see you, but you say you ain't home? Why the fuck can't I leave you alone? Why am I 27 and I can't cook? What if I get to heaven, but it's raw full? Why'd I flirt with people that I don't even like? Why'd you rather Mac than build foundations with your wife? That smart mouth never once made you clever. Are most my friends' parents still not together? Do you get praise for features of our mothers? Do you have time for means but not for each other? Am I always in and I'm out? Why is there never more than zero in our fucking accounts? Can you relate to everything that I say, but still act like you don't know what I'm talking about? When people do better than you, why do your colours show? Why have I still not been on Tiny Desk or done a colour show? When you drink to escape, where do your troubles go? Do you like this, the other one, or my other flow? Why is this song on replay? Why'd you love being single but hate not having a babe? Why'd I claim to not be religious, but out of all your Christian friends, it's me that has the most faith? One of the best to ever do this shit, and I ain't saying it for you to agree. Don't give a damn about your playlist, darling, or them rappers that you got in your feed. One of the best to ever do this shit, and I'll keep saying it, so go disagree. Yeah. Don't give a damn about your playlist, darling. Fuck them rappers that you got in your feed.
Smell it in the air, I can smell a rap. Been through hell and back, 6 cents never lack. Swag right, it's a match. Thought I had it in a bag, but you were annoying lad. Laying on a bed of gnats, the best you ever had, the best you'll ever have. If we're being honest, you're never honest, you're full of chat. I never had you down as a slide tag. Glad I got to see your true colours like a tie-dye. If I rise, you're pissed. Should've thought about that before you ride the dick. You're a devil in disguise, you know life's a bitch. So when it comes back for you, don't cry in a fit. Heart's tying a twist. That other brother you was trying to assist, I mean he better keep his eye on my fist. You was flying your tricks, rewind time, you was eyeing a kiss. There was a time you was dying for this. I'm getting tired of this. I mean I hate to let my ego get a hold. The recipe for love was something that you never showed. Emotions unavailable, you was unattainable. Hate to shake the table, but the pain was unexplainable. Something that I didn't understand. And maybe I was stubborn, spending hours on the gram. When you wanted love and we were hanging by a strand. We was hanging, but I know this where I stand. Yeah.
One of the best to ever do this shit, and I ain't saying it for you to agree. Don't give a damn about your playlist, darling, or them rappers that you got in your feed. One of the best to ever do this shit, and I'll keep saying it, so go disagree. Don't give a damn about your playlist, darling. Fuck them rappers that you got in your feed. Why do you only do good deeds when someone's camera's out? Why do I still get so touchy when bitches touch you? Why do I pre on your story from someone else's account and then act like I don't know what you've been up to? I won't be doing music past 35. By 35, will my music be certified? Why do you seek validation from these people whose lives are a mess and their accounts ain't even verified? Everybody's got something to say, which explains why I ain't got nothing to say. And as much as my mate puts the church in my face, nowadays, no, I ain't got nothing to pray. I'm so lit and oh so full of hits, so where my tear? I talk shit and I'm so full of shit cause I ain't shit. Why can't you commit? If I'm no longer seen as an outsider, why can't I come in? On your post, why can't I comment? To your toast, why can't I comment? To the goats, heard I'm part of your trend. If it's only you I want in my life, or my hoes, why can't I unfriend? Why does no amount of food seem to suppress my hunger? Why'd I delete your number, but still remember your number? Shit, man, why they keep asking me what's under my jumper? Yo, who you with right now, my nigga? I wonder. One of the best to ever do this shit, and I ain't saying it for you to agree. Don't give a damn about your playlist, darling, or them rappers that you got in your feed. One of the best to ever do this shit, and I'll keep saying it, so go disagree. Don't give a damn about your playlist, darling. Fuck them rappers that you got in your feed.
I didn't care. Check, Verbz, Mr. Slip. Dive into the deep end, lose yourself on every weekend. Abusing health, eluding help to chase a feeling. The truths you once held became weakened. Drugs don't help, it's only self that we're defeating. Caught in the blues, call on booze to break free. As days turn to weeks, while your days burning through peas. All to keep up with the seat. And hurt that you've been feeding, what's the reason? Can't seem to face up to all of your dealings. Lose faith, create new traits as your mates leave. Some say you ain't the same and that's a shame, but who's to blame? We all played the game without an aim. Hand stained from the grams way, dabbled in cane, traveled the landscapes, no plans made for now. Overcame the doubt, wading in the waves of the now. Only wishing you could reclaim your days as a child. Pissing away your ambitions while you're faking the smiles. A man missing, and I ain't seen him since we last met. Hearts wept, staring at the past that the path left. And all this enhanced stress on the mind is why I bless rhymes with eloquence, my pen is divine. Still in the emptiness, I'm meddling when senses are blind. Or off adrenaline, fighting off the end of my high. But time's everything, and I tend to find I want the better things, I'm ready now to pen my goodbyes. You could spend your whole life searching for the answers you know. Far from your goals, laughing though you're harming your soul. Holding on to the past, but most pass you and grow. It's a cold cycle of self when you bask in your woe. You could spend your whole life searching for the answers you know. Far from your goals, laughing though you're harming your soul. Holding on to the past, but most pass you and grow. It's a cold cycle of self when you bask in your woe. Surf into the unknown, while every effort seems worthless. Searching for the worst, I say afraid to lay these verses. These truths worsen over time, wounds hurting. As burdens on the mind disturb roots of a new person. Determined to climb and burst into life as he grew certain. Learning to loosen the noose he was once firming. Closing the curtain on old news and love lost. Working on my sermons, these verses I once knocked from glum spots. Under the surface the sun rots, no one clocks. And the hands of time keep turning. I ought to make the most of mine and strive for all the deserve. It's only right, been putting working on the mic, I hope it pays off. Weren't made for day jobs, had a few and got laid off. Trace of a base sloth, waiting on more. Weren't made for day jobs, had a few and got laid off. Trace of a base sloth, waiting on more. You could spend your whole life searching for the answers you know. Far from your goals, laughing though you're harming your soul. Holding on to the past, but most pass you and grow. It's a cold cycle of self when you bask in your bowl. You could spend your whole life searching for the answers you know. Far from your goals, laughing though you're harming your soul. Holding
holding on to the past, but most parts you won't grow. It's a cold cycle of self when you bask in your boast.
Fuck, oh man, come on, pick up the phone. Fuck, man, fuck. Come on, pick up the phone, man. Come on, pick up the phone, come on, man, pick up the phone.
My man hit me on the horn, he torn up and needs help. Ever since his third tour, he been to war with himself. Came home hitting the bottle, man, he's going through hell. Yeah, that PTSD got his soul locked in a cell. Now we dwelling on the past, his base born with a blast. He a hero who saved lives, but he don't see it like that. Pulling strong, pitch black, he blacked out on black lung. Breathing heavy on the line, I hear him cock back his gun.
I can't stop staring at my gun.
Man, chill, just put the gun down. Listen, I'm here for you, I got you. Do not do anything crazy, dog. Put the gun down, I got you.
Said he got the one to talk to when he through with this shit. So I'm trying to calm him down when my kids is opening gifts. It's Christmas 2020. Man, I'm fed up with this. It makes me wonder why anybody would even fucking enlist.
Keep going like
Risking
this.
it all for this. Why? Cause even if you don't die, living the rest of your life feeling guilty because you survived. All this mental language derived from the back of his mind. The backlash of flashbacks ain't haunting him all the time.
My eyes, man, all I see is their faces. All I see is their faces and the fucking blood and the fucking body part and the gore. That's all I can fucking see, man.
I told him, you signed your life, I signed mine, we took an oath. Even though I never deployed, homie, I still feel broke. I'm coping with the fact that comrades been dying overseas. It's giving me anxiety to the point I can't even breathe. But please, dog, let's talk this through. Just take a breath or two. Let's get you help, ain't nobody gonna judge you, question you. I love you, bro, I promise you live to see another day. Now put the gun down and hang tight, I'm on my way.
With the wings of a Valkyrie, I soar above the casualties of war. The casualties of war. This all looks too familiar. In my past life, I've been down this road before. In my past life, I've been down this road before.
Mangled remains, bloodstains in the pouring rain. I hear AKs in the distance on the desert plain. Jet fighters overhead, dropping daisy cutters. Lord, forgive atrocities committed by my brothers. I don't belong here, I'm dying to go home and hug my family, but I'm stuck in this war zone. I heard Obama passed the bill for the go back. My second tour Afghanistan from touring Iraq. Last week, Private Saunders Humvee hit by an RPG. Now he's an amputee, body burning 3rd degree. He wrote to me and wished that I was first to reach the scene. Then take my service pistol, put him out his misery. He's in the States now, but looks like something out of Thriller. Has prosthetics and he's strung out off of painkillers. An alcoholic now from paying service to his country. And all he getting from the government, 600 monthly.
Wings of a Valkyrie, I soar above the casualties of war. The casualties of war. This all looks too familiar. In my past life, I've been down this road before. In my past life, I've been down this road before.
A single shot during the night, a soldier takes his life, making a widow of his wife a self-sacrifice. They say that suicide's a one-way ticket straight to hell. But if you've seen the things we've done, you say it's parallel. The guilt, the killing innocence is such a heavy burden. That people just like you and me, the news calls them insurgents. It all occurred during the raid somewhere inside Fallujah. A house believed to hold an Al-Qaeda lieutenant usurp. Deployed a flash grenade, but it exploded prematurely. Spooking the troop, they opened fire. What came next was gory. A mother runs out quite bewildered with her child in bosom. Nearly beheaded, shredded by the bullets put into him. She runs up to the soldier, hands over her child's remains. And ever since that afternoon, he never been the same. Recurring memories eating him up alive inside. Silence the screams inside his mind, committing suicide.
Wings of a Valkyrie, I
war going on outside you can't escape from. During the night until the sunrise and the day come. They're killing off our civil liberties and nation. The dream of freedom is facing annihilation. The battle taking place inside the minds of you and I. Don't believe what's on the news, it's all a putrid lie. The war is raging on, it's coming down to do or die. So choose this side, it's suicide, but I'll let you decide. And life is guaranteed that no one's getting out alive. Glory again, a state of mind that I will survive. It's all hypocrisy, what we calling democracy. We out there for the oil, golden for the poppy seed. We're so busy and worrying about what the world needs that we're collapsing from within because of hostile greed. Apocalyptic prophecies afflicting you and me, and the only force that can stop it is the G.O.T.
Wings of a Valkyrie, I soar above the casualties of war. The casualties of war. This all looks too familiar. In my past life, I've been down this road before. In my past life, I've been down this road before.
Keep careful watch of my brother's souls. And should the sky be filled with fire and smoke,
Let it burn.
keep watching over during sun.
The Phoenix. Yeah.
This is the end in fire, then we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out, Father, oh, stand by and we will watch the flames burn on and on the mountainside.
Look, I know you've been feeling empty, and I'm feeling overloaded, but whatever's meant to be, then we approach it. We feel the fire underneath the shoulder, can never keep composure, and now I see it's over. You lost the heart from the start, lost the spark to keep it going. Just learn to be a soldier, and you ain't stopping for no one. Show fear, you show none. We shine together, you see me glowing, that's equal light. And I can feel the fire, I need advice. It seems to me your heart's frozen beneath the ice, probably cause you never been treated right. If you believe the hype, then you'll see me fight for a change. I'm living life for a change, have whatever we desire, but first we need the fire like the Phoenix.
Then we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out, Father, oh, stand by and we will watch the flames burn on and on.
Burn. Look, you stopped thinking I was who I said I was. I gotta be straight, and you ain't at your confident state. I don't know how to relate. The flame dimmed a little, still telling you to live a little. You got some love, then give a little. And maybe there's no change for you, cause you forgetting what they gave to you. And if they prayed for you, they made for you. It's crazy too, look what you made me do was brave for you. Had faith in you, now I feel a little flame in you. Now listen, I couldn't stand the heat, and so I got up out the kitchen. But I'll make you remember my existence, have whatever we desire, but first we need the fire like the Phoenix.
Then we shall all burn together.
If you rise from the ashes,
high,
consider yourself lucky.
calling out, Father, oh, stand by and we will watch the flames burn on and on the mountainside.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Another great episode of Thought Thursday. Bunch of great thought-provoking tracks. And I just want to come in here at the last little bit and give you some of my thoughts that I've been having here lately. See, for those of y'all who don't know, I decided about a year and a half ago to stop working for other people, to stop working standard jobs. I have a bunch of different things that I want to build into businesses and stuff like that. And working for somebody else and depending on them for my paycheck and having to bend at their will was just not palatable anymore. It was pissing me off because I keep, especially when you work for a small company, when you work for a small company where you actually can see the owners and talk to the owners, they own their own business. They do what they want. They come and go as they please. But I had to ask permission for everything. And it wasn't just that company. I mean, I've worked for corporations. I've worked for all kinds of shit. Bottom line is, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. I want to live my life how I see fit. I want to organize my day how I want to. When I wake up in the morning, I want to do what I want. Whether that's work on stuff that I enjoy, to make money, whatever it is. See, one of the things that I was always getting upset with is that if I was low on money, I couldn't work more and make more money. There was a lot of times where there was no opportunity for me to make extra money. On the flip side, I've had jobs where overtime was mandatory. And if you didn't work your overtime, you could get fired. So you're sitting there just having nothing but work. Mandatory. It doesn't matter what you got going on. You have to be in the job. Go get the fucking work. No, you don't get a day off, everything like that. Or else we're going to take away all your money. I got tired of that. Because if you think about it, that's not freedom. Having to ask somebody if you could take a lunch. Shit, there's some places where you got to ask for restroom breaks unless it's an approved break time. Those two things right there. Can I eat food and can I take a piss? If you have to ask somebody else to do that, are you free? Or are you under the thumb of somebody else? Are you owned by somebody else? The answer is yes. You are. I got tired of that shit. I had good jobs, I've had bad jobs, everything like that. But I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? What ultimately is stopping me from doing what I want? From creating a life that I want to do? And the only thing that was holding me back was me. So I made the jump. I said, you know what? I'm never going to get full into this if I'm continuously strapped down by somebody else. And what's made me think about a few things here lately is I've talked to a few different people, and the other day I was talking to somebody yesterday actually, and it was this old guy and then this younger lady. We were all sitting there talking or whatever. It was at like a diner. And normally I just eat and mind my own business or whatever, but I felt a little chatty and there wasn't hardly anybody in there, so we were just kind of chatting back and forth. And the older guy, he's like 70 or something like that. And he was talking about all the good old days of jobs and blah, 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 all that stuff, right? Having one of those kind of conversations. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, look, man, like, those were not profitable. Paying somebody a pension to no longer work for the company anymore is a losing strategy. I was like, I understand it was good on your end. However, on the company's end, it wasn't. I was like, just think if you had to pay bills that you weren't using anymore. Just think of any bill And it's to be like, okay, I no longer use that, but I'm going to still pay it. Doesn't make any fucking sense. It's not profitable. And, you know, I was saying something about, you know, what I do or whatever, and the younger girl was like, you know, I was telling her, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm working on doing stuff with video editing and, you know, different things or whatever. And she goes, oh, I think that would be awesome to, you know, that would be a good job just to sit there and just like, you know, edit some YouTubers' videos or something like that for them all the time, and just that be your job. And I was like, okay, well, why don't you just go do it? Oh, well, I don't know how to. And I'm just like, I taught myself how to edit video by using tutorials on YouTube and then just doing it and you know, success through failure. And that kind of shit drives me bananas. Like, if I would have known this person better, I would have told them straight up, look, that's a lazy quitter failure mentality. To say, oh, I wish I could do that. Stop fucking wishing. There's no genies. Get it done. Figure it out. And somebody said, oh, I don't know how to do something. You know what? Like, my kids are fucking young teenagers, right? They're still in school. And they get caught up in that kind of stuff. And I honestly think I've seen them do it, and I've been trying to beat it out of them as much as possible, you know, when they're like, well, I don't know how to do something. I'm like, you know what? I don't know how to go to space, but goddamn it, if I wanted to do it, I'd figure it out. I was like, you know, there was a point in time where we didn't know how to get to space, but we figured it out, and now we're in space. There's a point in time where, you know, we didn't have cell phones that have 4K recording video capabilities and where you could stream online and play video games all fucking day. But we figured it out and got it done. So don't just say, I don't know how to do something. Say, I don't know how to do something yet. And then go fucking learn it. Because when you just say, I don't know how to do something, and you stop yourself right there, you've quit. You're failing yourself. You've said, fuck it, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to be right here where I'm at. And I see people, like I said, I've seen my young kids do it. But I expect it out of young kids. And I expect it out of, you know, young adults. You know, people who are in like, you know, their late teens, early 20s, you know, just trying to figure out the world and shit like that. I kind of expect it. It's frustrating, but I kind of expect it. And I look back and I remember, you know, I'm only 35. I'm not that old. But I look back and I'm just like, yo, I used to be like that. Well, what happened with me is I got beat down by the world to the point to where I was like, fuck this shit. And then I heard somebody tell me the mentality that I have right now. I heard somebody tell me, hey, look, don't make any excuses. No excuses. If you don't know how to do something that you want or need to do, figure it out and accomplish the fucking task. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. You know, whether it's, you know, you don't know how to roll a blunt properly and you want to smoke a blunt. Figure that shit out. Don't just say, I don't know how to do it, so I'm just going to sit here and use my pipe. You know what I'm saying? Like, pot smokers don't fucking do that. But when it comes to learning a new skill to actually sell to somebody and be profitable, like, for instance, video editing, or welding, or working on cars, or fucking being a lawyer, or a doctor, or real estate, whatever it is that you want to do, don't limit yourself by quitting and by saying, well, must be nice. You know, that's one thing that drives me fucking bananas. And once I heard somebody say this, it changed my fucking life. Look, when I like for instance, okay, when you hear somebody say, oh, well, it must be nice to have a lot of money to be able to afford that $250,000 house, that $1 million house, that nice brand new car, must be nice to be able to do that. Well, you know what? I heard this mentality from somebody who is successful. And they said, you know what? When people tell me This is not my words. This is somebody who's far more successful than me for the moment. I'm working on it. But somebody who's pretty successful, they told me, they're like, hey, look, I've had people tell me, oh, it must be nice to have that nice big house. Oh, it must be nice to make that much money. Oh, it must be nice to have that nice car. And you know what I tell them? Yeah, it is. It wasn't nice getting here, but it's nice that I'm here now. You know, that person, I've heard them tell a story about how they've had, you know, the shittiest jobs. They've been unemployed. They were at a point in their life until they finally figured out a direction they wanted to take, and applying themselves into that direction, they were working shitty jobs, barely getting by, you know, living in you know, a one-bedroom little efficiency apartment, like studio apartment, and barely being able to get by, barely being able to afford food. You know what I'm saying? And now to look at them, for them to go from barely being able to afford food to doing what the fuck ever they want to do. What was the path? Well, the path wasn't easy. The path took them, like, I think he said, like, what did he say? Like, once he actually got on the path, I think he said it took him like 5-6 years to get to a point to where he was making good money. And then he was able to start, you know, elevating his life from there and stuff like that. It takes a little bit, but he had to learn the skills that he wanted to learn. And he's learned multiple skills. And, you know, so people say, oh, I wish I knew how to do that. Go fucking learn. You know, and I was trying to be nice because I didn't know that lady and stuff like that, you know. But so that's when I told her, I was like, well, you know, I taught myself how to do this. And she goes, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, I taught myself just watching YouTube videos and visualizing what I wanted to make happen. And I would watch YouTube videos to figure out how to do it. And I just experimented and did it and taught myself. And she's like, oh, okay. See, she couldn't really say anything after I said that. Because, you know, it's not like I said, oh, well, yeah, you know, I didn't know how to do it either, but then I went to this 4-year university and, you know, racked up $150,000 worth of fucking debt and blah, blah, blah. You know, I didn't say that. I said, I taught myself. I remember whenever I was first trying to teach myself how to do video editing was when I first started this podcast. And I wanted to have a video element to it. I wanted to put in the music videos and stuff like that. When I was first teaching myself how to do it, even just to do this podcast in general, right? It would take me, I spent hours and hours trying to create 1 hour worth of content. Trying to learn how to do all kinds of stuff, man. I've spent so much time learning. But now that I've learned it, it's so fucking easy. So easy. I can edit this 1 hour episode. I can sync all the video with the audio and edit it all in and put it out for y'all, and you can see the final product on the YouTube channel I was telling you about at the beginning of the show. I can do that in like 5 minutes. What used to take me over an hour to do, I can do it in 5 minutes. Because I've done it so many times. My message, my thought for Thought Thursday is, whatever you want in life, figure out how to get it and then take those fucking steps to do it. As long as you're at least taking one step a day, those steps are going to continue to get easier. Because when I started this podcast 4 years ago, I didn't know how to video edit. Now, I'm doing it freelance for other people. I'm doing it for money now. I'm editing people's videos and shit like that and creating promo videos and stuff like that for people for money now. And if I didn't take those steps, if I said, man, it would be, I wish I could have a podcast. It'd be nice to have a podcast, but, you know, I just don't know how to do it. And then I just didn't fucking do it, and I continued working those bullshit jobs and continue trying to go from job to job to job to job. That's the one part that killed me, is I started realizing a trend that I would get a job, I would like it for a little bit, and then it would start to wear on me, and things would start adding up. And then eventually I got to a point where I started looking for another job. Once I found another job, I fucking left. And then the same thing happened at that job. And then I switched again. The same thing happened at that job. And then I realized, I was like, you know what? It's not you, it's me. I told my neighbor, because when I was transitioning jobs like a couple years ago, I was like, you know, trying to figure out where to go or whatever. He was like, oh man, why don't you come work with me, heating and air? And I was like, dude, man, look, I appreciate you offering to help hook me up with a job and shit with you, but I honestly think I'm unemployable. And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, look, man, like, I don't have a mentality of go along to get along, just put my head down and do my work and go. I was like, if I see stupid shit going on, I can't stop myself from saying stuff after so long. I can only tolerate so much bullshit before I open my mouth and say something. And I was like, and you know, when people don't want to fix problems, and then they won't let me fix the problem, it fucking irritates the shit out of me. I was like, so I'm going into my own business. And so I'm not 100% where I want to be yet, and I don't think I'll ever be there. But for the last year and a half, I've been doing freelance work. You know, I started out running deliveries and stuff like that. Now I'm starting to merge into video editing and stuff like that. And I'm working on getting ready to start doing website building and stuff like that. But it's all stuff I've taught myself how to do. Mainly because I was like, I want to have a podcast. I want to help support the fuck out of these great artists I keep hearing all the time. So I created the podcast. I learned how to do all that stuff. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to start doing more of this stuff because I enjoy it. I enjoy helping people. But it took me a long time to do it. And it took me a while of stopping saying, I don't know how, or it must be nice. I used to say that shit. Now it drives me fucking bananas whenever I hear it. Cause I remember how much of a fucking failure I was in life and how much life kept shitting on me. Even more so than now. But I remember how back whenever I was in that mentality, back that old me that would say, I don't know how to do that so I can't do it, or it must be nice to be on that level. I remember that motherfucker. And I remember how I was constantly in my fucking head because, man, I just got fucking laid off from that job. Man, I just got let go from that shit. Man, these motherfuckers won't let me have this day off so I can take care of some family shit. Or I got this important thing I gotta take care of and they won't let me fucking go without firing me and shit. It's like, goddamn, you know, oh, I can't make any more money than this. They won't give me more money and allow me to work more. That, you know, I was being hamstrung by everything. And I was looking at my bills rolling in and I would have an unexpected expense come up and I couldn't fucking get it. I was constantly getting shit on in life. And I kept looking around trying to figure out what was to blame. And then eventually I looked in the goddamn mirror and I was like, there you are. Because that's ultimately where the problem is. I spent a portion of my time blaming government, blaming greedy corporations, blaming this person, that person, this system, everything like that. But all it eventually took was me looking into a mirror. And I was like, there's the problem. Yeah, all these other things, they have some contributing factor. But right there, you motherfucker, you're the fucking problem. Look into your mirror. Do some introspection. If you're like I just described I used to be, look into yourself. Figure out what you actually want. and then do the work to go get it. Ain't shit free in life. Do work. Because once you do the hard work and it starts getting easier and easier, it starts paying for itself. Like I said, I spent so many hours up until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the fucking morning when I had to go to work at like 8, 9 o'clock the next day. I was up till like 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd fall asleep on my fucking desk while shit was like rendering or saving or anything like that. I'd fucking fall asleep. I remember the person I was with at that time, there was multiple times that they came in and woke me up when I was on my desk. Hey, you're going to come to bed? You're asleep on your desk right now. Because I was doing the hard work, not getting much sleep, to teach myself how to do something that now I'm charging people to do for them. Slow start, but it's going. So my thoughts for today is, whatever you want, go get it. And nobody's going to hand it to you. You got to take it. You got to do that hard work. You got to dig down deep within inside yourself before you get to grinding on that path that you want to be on. Appreciate every single one of y'all for tuning in. As always, I could go on for an hour, but I'm not going to, all right? I already went over. I went over by like 12 minutes right now. But I appreciate every single one of y'all tuning in to Hip Hop Hour, supporting the fuck out of these great artists. Make sure you go over to hiphophour.net. Check out everything available right over there. Featured artist page. Support the fuck out of these great artists, all right? Like, share, follow, subscribe to them, everything. Obviously, I mean, it kind of goes without saying, but I'm going to say it. Like, share, follow, subscribe, and support the fuck out of Hip Hop Hour. Go to the discount page. Buy stuff you're already wanting to go buy, but use our custom links to do it, and that company will kick us back a little bit for sending you to them. It doesn't cost you a bit more. You're going to go buy the stuff anyway. You're going to go shop on Amazon anyway. Look at your fucking bank account. How many times in the last year, how about that? How many times in the last year have you shopped at Amazon? Don't worry, I'll wait for you to calculate. No, I'm not going to wait for you to calculate. You go ahead and pause this, calculate, and then come back. All right, you're back now? Now that you have that number on how many times you went to Amazon this year and bought something that you were already wanting to buy, nobody sold you on it, you didn't hear some awesome sales pitch and want to go buy it, you're like, oh, I need this in my house. Oh, I would like this. You went to Amazon and fucking searched it up and bought it. Well, from now on, go to hiphophour.net, go to the discount page, click on the fucking Amazon logo right there. Any of them. There's like multiple. I put one in each column just to be obnoxious. But click on that. It'll take you directly to Amazon. Go and shop. Buy what you were wanting to buy. Check out. And Amazon will kick us a little bit back for sending you. The only stipulation that Amazon has is you have to complete your transaction within 24 hours after clicking my link. That's it. So know what you want to buy. Click the link. Go. Because if not, Amazon doesn't track you based on a bunch of fucking dumb shit. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm going to shut the fuck up and let y'all get out of here. I will see y'all tomorrow on Free For All Friday. It's going to be a fucking good one, all right? Hip Hop Hour is brought to you, as always, by Fight for Freedom Productions. Never stop fighting for your motherfucking freedoms. Harkos out.